She dropped her blood runes. Let's wait. And judging by the spell ratio for me flames, it was 1000 bloods. But golly gosh, a max main. He doesn't want to get involved.
Hello guys, welcome to Series 6 Episode 2. I do apologise for the delay since the last episode, but yeah, I've been very busy with free-to-play. Talking about free-to-play, JX finally did release the fishing spots for me to catch free-to-play fish up here in level 36 Wilderness. So you saw me there getting 50 fishing, and I can now catch swordfish. Cool. Right, moving on. So I went to the wilderness resource area, nicely geared here. Didn't bring my dragon two-hand this time, but yeah, ran into this PK who was obviously trying to kill people at the resource area as well. So battling away, he only had a DDS and I think mage, he had blood burst and that sort of thing. I 3 HP'd him there with my Gmaul spec, and he wriggled away out of my sight. So I was kind of confident that I was going to get the kill. He started running into multi actually, and so I got a bind. Unfortunately I had no friends with me, but he did. He had 3 mates. Well, it was him and 2 others. This kind of newbie guy, like full rune, proper full rune with a whip. Another guy here with a DDS and monk robes, and they basically kept tagging me. Yeah, like I said, that guy had mage, and I was down to 4 sharks now, so I had to be fairly careful. But like I said, they were tagging. It was a bit annoying, but you're gonna, if you got your mates over and you're having a bit of fun, and you see a Scold Pure, you're gonna, why not tag me? Didn't really matter. I got him down to 10 HP then again, but before he tried maging me and freezing me when I was out of food, I decided to dip and get into the wilderness resource area. Normally most people don't PK with money, however this guy in full rune did have money to get in, but he was a bit too slow. Finally got in and I got the log out. I did return. I went and banked, came back and tried killing the guy with the whip. It'd be so cool to get a whip PK. This was my chance. And another guy from Fatality, he actually came along just by coincidence and sort of tried helping me out. And the major actually got the kill. And just watch, I'll have a look. I've got my Zami robes on, and when I returned to try and kill the guy, I assumed that he'd have my robes on him, so I had to make sure I get the kill. Went in there with the D2 hand, Gmaul, good fight, he gone. Unfortunately, no Zami robes, he had banked them. I did get a DDS and a glory, I think, but that's annoying. That was my last pair of Zami robes, so I'm now back down to monk robes. But whilst I was looting that loot up, I decided to chase this clue scroller who I saw in the distance. I started ranging him. And he was pretty far. I mean, he could have got away. I mean, he could have gone down those stairs and got away, but he didn't. I pretended to run away as if I was out of food, so he followed me a bit further away from safety, put my range on, stepped in with a D2 hand and got a lovely 22 KO out of frustration from losing my Zami robes. Sorry for killing you, man. He didn't risk shit, really. But yeah, so I'm now PKing in wizard robes and wizard hat and monk robes. Bit annoying. But I decided to go down towards dragons, I think. Stepped out of the Court Beast cave, and straight away, in the minimap, another guy here with full rune on. This time he only had a rune skim. He was about my combat, give or take 5 combat levels. And yeah, he was just here killing the unicorns for Herblore XP. He wasn't actually an Iron Man. This is where a lot of Iron Men do come. But he's risking a fair few items, so it was definitely worth pursuing the kill. Double zeroed. Probably would have helped had I potted up, but I apparently forgot. It would have actually helped had he have listened to my advice. I was telling him to go west into singles, get into the graveyard, and then the zombies would intervene. But he was just like, seriously man, come on, I'm gonna die here. But unfortunately that's the risk of going to the wilderness. There are unicorns outside the wildy. He wasn't very happy. Anyway, got a nice little PK there, got a full rune helmet. Rune full helm, should I say. Rune skimmy, and an amulet of glory with 3 charges on it. Beautiful. Then I was going to head back to the resource area, and I ran into this little wizard with a rune 2-hand or an addy 2-hand. Started running, but I got the binding, and the only reason I thought I was going to kill him was because he had that wizard robe top, which you saw in an earlier clip. I actually got these clips a bit jumbled up, but yeah, this was my chance to get a bit of magic bonus armor, because I obviously don't have my Zami robe anymore. And as you see there, down the bottom, pick up his recoil, and he also had his wizard robe. The rest of it was pretty much just junk. So to actually try and get my robes back, I went back to the place I originally got them. Well, I've got quite a few from pking, but the possibly the easiest and most common way to get them is to come back to the Chaos Fanatic and kill this little badass. But yeah, I wasn't getting that lucky with the drops. I was getting a lot of coins. I did get a split bark body. You need 40 defense for that, 40 magic. But yeah, that was a nice little drop. And Ring of Lives, another very common drop from it. But I was just getting coins after coins, really. Then this guy turned up, and he was ranging it. Pretty sure he was like level 50 something, which was kind of ballsy of him. I remember coming here when I was level 50, and it was a bit of an effort to kill it. But he was like, "Just don't attack me, lol." Now you can't say that, man. I had a bit of a guilt trip. I was like, yeah, should I? I was like, fuck it. He's got bolts on it. I'm running low on bolts. I need to restock on them. I can't make bolts yet, so let's send him a debo spec. And got him down to 1 HP there. You see in the top left, using the OS buddy stat finder or whatever it's called. Fairly useful. It's useful for bossing anyway. But yeah, just chase him down, and he had a long way to go. He wasn't TB'd, but yeah, he still had to go to level 20 or so. And yeah, got some bolts. 193 ruby E-bolts, beautiful, beautiful, and 100 diamond E-bolts. So it was definitely worth killing him, despite being a bit of a dick for doing it. Also got a load of prayer pots, so I could continue up here for a bit longer. Split bark legs, fairly useful. I think they're out for like 30k, so it's always nice as well. And yeah, pure essence, mate, he drops 250 of them, so might as well keep hold of that. You never know, I might be able to get 35 rune crafting with lamps. Anyway, here's a show of the end of the loot after about an hour there. Split white legs there, and then in the looting bag, 2 bodies. I missed one on vid. 3 ring of lives and a load of cash. But yeah, no Zami robes. So down to black chins. The only black chins are in the wildy, so it's quite a common spot. Find a lot of PKs here as well. This guy, should I say, started protecting range, so I pulled out the Dragon 2-hand, straight to the Gmaul, double 23s, and get the smite in for the last KO. Good fight. And her name was Headshot, which is kind of ironic. How many black chins? Only 35, but it all adds up. Onto the top of the hill, and I find this guy with 39 HP or something. Very low combat. He didn't actually have far to go before he could get away from me, but I pulled out the Dragon 2-hand, got a beautiful little KO there. So sorry man, I think that was an Iron Man, but life goes on. And about 70 chins there as well. Now look in the kill death ratio there, you got 749 kills, 750, nice little milestone that. Congrats me. And I find this level 50 and sort of panicking over the fact that I got 750 kills and she got away. And again, 30 odd black chins. Cool. Right, now it's time for a bit of Herblore. And basically I wasn't getting enough snake grass from the Chaos Druids in order to make prayer pots. I had about 120 unfinished prayer pots, so I had to do the unthinkable and make defense potions out of my Rana pots. which is a bit sad. I did run out of white berries, so I had to go to the lava dragons to try and get some. And I saw this level 6 getting one banged by the hellhound. Enjoyable. And just through the gate I ran into this lava drag killer, and I didn't have a weapon on me, so I decided to use my trusty toenails and dig into his skin. Level 45. It was like, that's so sad, man. He could have fought back and probably killed me, but I guess he was just panicking a bit, and it was pretty funny. I've never actually killed someone with my foot, I don't think. Doing a bit of smite flicking, but yeah, got the kill. Low live, and he didn't have that much on him, but it was mainly just the fun of it. Good times. But me just trying to get 45 Herblore was literally like doing that quest one small favour. I kept running into things that were distracting me. For example, here I pick up some slightly blue shorts. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get all the pussy in the wilderness. And yep, so it's time to get my white berries now. It took about, I don't know, 10 minutes to get a full looting bag and inventory. And if you're a noob, these actually sell for 800 GP each, I think, or something like that. So it's quite a good place to come. But I did get killed on the way back to the bank. Didn't get it on vid, and it wasn't actually this guy. It was another person, but I returned to kill the person that originally killed me for my 56 berries. But I ran into this one, and he started spanking me. Look at this. Boom, 54, and then he hits a 27, and yeah, then I start protecting range and melee, and he's like, dude, hang on, what did he say? Overhead, have some honour. He's like killing me, I'm not even here to PK, and he's just killing me, and whatever. Pull out a D2 hand, get a nice little spec in there, but not the kill. If you ever are trying to escape from someone here, this is the best thing to do. Basically get the hellhounds to intervene, and just run around in circles, and the hellhound will continue attacking him. He can't attack you, and get a sneaky little log out. So I actually went back to the place I died, and I think the lava drag did more damage on me, so I actually had 30 minutes to come back and loot my stuff. So I did get all my white berries about an hour after fucking trying to go and get a full inventory of white berries. Got 44 Herblore, and then it was time to show you how I go and kill myself in a PvP world to get to Edge Dungeon. On the way there, I went to the wilderness resource area just to check if anyone was there, and there was someone in there. So I went back to the bank, re-geared, got my PK gear ready, and found this beautiful person fishing away peacefully until dickheads like me turn up and try and kill them. She, or he, I don't know why I'm saying she, he was AFK and pulled out a Gmaul and just praying for that hit, because normally they come back on like 6 HP and then tank it all the way and log out, but this guy didn't. Yeah, he died. Good fight. Nothing. Something a bit suspect there. Hang around as usual, getting ready for him to return with my bind ready. And on the floor, some lovely raw dark crabs, 73 of them, and some coins. He did return, but it was a bit too late. And he was pretty cool. He was like, oh man, you got me. How many did I have? And I was like, 73. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you this so you can keep an eye on my kill death ratio. I'm trying to record most of the kills I get, especially if they're of any good quality. So yeah, good fight, man. And about 3k cash on him after that. So this is actually how you do die, and how I go to the Edgeville dungeon. So I get a hellhound to kill me, and I've got my monk robes and my games necklace on me. I'm in a PvP world already, so I go straight down the ladder, and yeah, people can attack me. This guy's actually in my clan chat, which was kind of weird. And then I ran a bit further north, and I was like, what the fuck, there's another guy here on the left who's in my clan chat. I was like, whoa, man. But yeah, very interesting for you, but it was kind of spun me out a bit. Yep, collecting up these red spider eggs then, and got a full inventory pretty quickly. Straight back to Corporal Beast. I don't know how many times I've told you, but yeah, this is the only way out, is into the wildy, which is why it's my cheeky little teleport. And then on the way back, with all my eggs, I find some guy at the chests. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes, another little side distraction. So I gear up, run into the rogue's castle in the same world, and he had disappeared. Sad times. Anyway, back down to the Edgeville dungeon, and Jagex have updated with the Grand Exchange. They've made grimy herbs, so it's actually really nice. I can see the herbs that I want and the ones I don't want, and I can leave them on the floor without having to identify them. Got a lamp here, 30 agility XP, and only one more lamp to go to level 4. Hooray! We need 15 in order to use the monkey pass. That should be fun. But yeah, pretty much full inventory there. So I went back and finally got my goal of 45 Herblore. So I can make super attack potions, which is awesome. I no longer have to loot these potions, I can make them myself. And in order to get the Eyes of Newts, I come to the graveyard, and the only two things that drop it in the wildy are men, and there's only one of them and it's a bit of an effort, or these zombies, which drop them pretty commonly. I was actually making them as I went, just to kind of congratulate myself. And yeah, there you go, there's my third one. But you get the gist of how I make them now. Cool. Quick little random fishing video with my beautiful black dragon mask. 52 fishing. And it was one of those days where I felt like skilling. So I was at the wilderness resource area doing some chop, and I ran into this PKer. So I'd actually brought a bit of anti-PK gear, darts to a Gmaul. He'd frozen me, so I couldn't actually attack him, looking like a bit of an idiot there. I had 2 sharks left. This is a guy that told me about honor as well, by the way, and he's here killing people, skilling, which I can't really talk about, but yeah, he can lead the wildy and make money other ways, I can't. But yeah, I was being a bit cocky and could have easily logged out then, but just been a bit of a dickhead really. And went back in, wasted another 7.5k, but cash really isn't like a priority for this account due to the fact that I can't really use it apart from on Maroons. But yeah, luckily this hellhound here didn't attack me. He actually attacked the PKer and I got to log out. Cool. Second time I got away from him. Now I was chopping away with my Gmaul in my inventory and I saw 2 PKs, no sorry, 1 PK running past trying to kill someone else, and this guy had fucking Zami robes on, so I had no time to waste. Pull out the Gmaul, double 22, left, right, good night. Bless his little cotton socks. I bet he was not expecting that. But yeah, cool. I got them pretty quickly there. Didn't really have to worry about the Chaos Fanatic again. Just got them there, sweet. And then pretty much straight away I went back to the wilderness resource area. What was I saying? One way to get them back, lol. Went back to the resource area, sorry. And there was another guy fishing away. And as you see, I've got my Zami robes on me. This guy did exactly what I was doing. He brought PK gear to fight back. And it was like, okay. Now this guy is a Zerker, I believe. 95 HP. He's got pretty sick stats. Started ranging away, and you see here he pulls out a DDS. I try and put protect melee on, but he fucking one hits me. So respect, man. I'm glad you killed me for being a dickhead and trying to kill skillers. So yeah, I did actually kill him on my main, and just because I was a bit pissed off that I lost my Zami robes about 20 minutes after getting them. But when I was looting, this is why I'm showing this clip, there were no Zami robes. There were no Zami robes in the loot pile. So I was like, fuck, he didn't pick them up. Went back on Wildependant. Run. Yes, they're there. And I picked them up. So, pretty happy with that. And I got a few of my potions back as well. Super anti-poison. Poison? Yeah. Now this clip I'm not at all proud about. But it was a spur of the moment. I saw him and I thought, fuck him, he's got to go. It was actually a she, but yeah. She had full void, whip, dragon, defender. I was like, man, this woman has to be risking something. So, pulled out the Dragon 2 round there. Actually, I didn't. Failed, and then really failed my Gmaul spec, but I still got the kill. And I got coins, and dragon boots, and a ring of wealth. Now, this wasn't very cool, because I completely forgot the fact that you do lose untradables on death if you're above level 20 wildy. I kept PMing her saying, yeah, come back, you can get your shit, I'm not going to block you. But I did apologise, and I'm afraid she's going to have to go back to Jad and the pest control boat. So sorry again, and you were very, very chilled about it. So yeah, there's your little moment of fame. Sorry about that. Then a clan chat member wanted to do a bit of 1v1 free to play because he is a free to play account. Didn't last very long. Good fight, man. Got his Rune 2 hand sword. So with his Rune 2 hand sword, I was like, screw it, let's go down into the free-to-play worlds, which are busy as fuck, by the way, if you ever want to do some free-to-play. And yeah, I had about 3 or 4 people on me. It was like Teletubby, but I don't actually telly, obviously. So I stood like a man. Had about 4 people on me, 5 people, so I just thought, nah, fuck it, let's drag it. Dragged it back into singles, had a little scrap with her. I was hitting pretty well. What am I, 84 strength now? And I was dealing her some nice 23s, hit a 19 then to the rune 2 hand, 23. She starts running east, and I hit another 23, but it wasn't quite enough, and she eventually got the kill on me. So, good fight, but I kept my rune 2 hand, and whilst I was dead in Edgeville, decided to gear up again and do some proper free to play in 1v1, and I looted a rune battle axe and a rune skimmy there, so I was already risking a fair bit. If I was to skull, I asked this guy if he wanted to fight. We're like, yep, let's go to our own little world so it's not so busy. I was lagging a lot, but yeah, we had 5 defense, so we had a little scrap, and already there with the ultimate strength. He was like telling me his strength level. I was like, cool. Put in the rune skin, and he starts eating. Pull out the rune 2 hand. Good fight. So that's how you make a bit of rune weaponry there. Rune 2 hand, and also his rune scimitar, along with some addy arrows and that sort of thing. Nice. Trying to do some Chaos Ellie. Still hoping for that beautiful pet, and also the dragon pickaxe, obviously. That I can crack on with my mining once I get a decent pickaxe. Kill number 2, got rubies. First one, I got a load of druggy herbs from the dealer herself, good old Karen. Kill number 3 of the day, 250 chaos runes, and then back to back as well, another 250. Not too happy about that. Look here, I actually logged out from about 6 debowers. It was the funniest thing ever, but it was a pretty quick log out. So I decided to show you guys like my bank, well, all the, let's say, the most expensive stuff that I've PK'd, and it came to a total of 16 mil, which is pretty fucking good for only 6 months in the wilderness. And this isn't including all my like supplies like coal and all my gems and that sort of shit. It's just one inventory full of the most expensive stuff I could find, and yeah, it was really cool, so I'm happy with that. Now, I did stream, when was it Friday night or something, and I got a PK, killed a ranger, and I was like, sorry, got the addy crossbow there, and then look at the addy adamant bolts, 759 or 54, wicked, so I can make ruby bolts out of that. And then I ran into this guy up in the wilderness resource area outside of it, and I was pretty laggy. Look at my prayer points, look at my HP. Say no more. I lost my dragon 2 hand, lads, and I know some of you saw my stream, but some of you didn't, and it hurts. I lost my dragon 2 hand, but there's no need to cry. Don't cry about it. I've already got my anger out. In fact, I got my anger out on this guy. I forgot my my weapon to slash the webs, so I let this guy open the webs for me. It was very nice. He didn't log out. Opened up the second one. Gmail. Left, right, good night. I was in a very bad mood. I was in a weird mood when I lost that. So yeah, sorry about that, dude. So I was back at the Chaos Alley trying to get my Dragon 2 hand back. And I ran into a PK, or should I say a PK ran into me. He was called Daily Blint, which is a Man United player, and I was like, off man, I support Man United. Well, I tried it, it didn't work, he carried on attacking me. So I did what I do best and attacked back, using the Chaos Ellie, and that's probably the closest I got to killing him. I eventually ran into the castle and got a log out. So, having lost my Dragon 2 hand, I'm sort of planning on doing the Lost City quest, as only 6% of you guys voted no. Some voted no fucks given, but 79% voted yes. So I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday night. Like, should we say 8 o'clock Wednesday night? I'll stream it. And yeah, come watch me. I'll be in the PvP world, and you can come kill me whilst I do the quest, or you can be really nice and defend me. Up to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a rollercoaster week, but let's hope for a better one next week. Cheers.